Let me see.
Hello and welcome to Professional Speaking. My name is Rahan Ali Muhammad, your host for this career show. With me today, I have a business owner, someone that was someone that started in Mombasa and moved to the capital hub of Kenya, a business market. With me today, I have the owner of R12 Africa. I know in last episode we did have a businessman on, but today we don't want to go into business. We want to go into what he is doing. So with me today, I have Rizwan Mawji, a travel agent of a travel agent and business owner. Welcome, Rizwan.
Hi, Rehan. How are you doing? Thank you for having me on
Good.
this.
How are you? Okay, so thank you for doing this. We really appreciate it. And we want to basically start off by getting to know you. Who are you? What are you doing in Kenya? What's your role as, a travel agent?
Okay, yeah, I've been in Kenya for quite some time, born and bred here, and we've been in the tourism industry for a very long for a very long period of time. I grew up in the tourism industry. Let's put it that way. My family business also is in the tourism business. I moved to Nairobi 5 years ago, and I opened my own tour travel company called R12 Africa Limited. And yeah, I've been here in Nairobi for quite some time and enjoying Nairobi's weather, enjoying Nairobi's lifestyle. Nairobi has got a lot to offer.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. One question. What does R12 Africa stand for?
Right. So I've been really fascinated by this number plate concept in the UK. So in the UK, if you want to have a personalized plate, you got to have two numericals. And when I always wanted to have my car registered as R and I for one and two for Z. So that's where I thought, okay, let me get R12 Africa. And Africa, I'm in Africa, everybody wants to come to Africa. And why not? So I said, let's go for it. I got it registered. It was easy.
I mean, that's an interesting one. Normally, you hear, basically someone just thinks of something, puts two words together. Yeah, it's, a whole another, from a whole another continent, you can say. So, I want to go into your education. What did you study in university?
Right. So I studied business information systems and business information technology. When I also did my diploma in tourism, business management. So yeah, I did quite a few of degree. Courses, but my main the joint degree was business information and business information technology.
So, you mentioned about doing a diploma in tourism.
Right.
Is there a sort of like let's say a whole course where someone can go and do their undergrad and their masters and their diploma in tourism only, or is it like have to be
Yes.
a joint course?
Yes, it's possible. It depends on what level you want to reach up to. So you can start off with the normal one is a certification, two is a diploma. The third step would be going to a college and doing a 6 months course where you get um, uh, a certification that you can get into hospitality. Further to that is then going into university where you do a 2 year or 3 year degree program. And then from there, I think it's way and beyond. It's up to you how much you want to achieve.
So you mentioned about how you studied the joint course and did a few other courses. How long did that take you to achieve it?
So I standard degree, university degree is about 3 years. And my diploma for tourism was for about 3 months.
Interesting. I mean, normally, someone like a doctor will take, 10 years just to finally start making money. So, I mean, for anyone that wants to go into sort of tourism, I mean, now it doesn't take so long.
No.
So, why did you become a travel agent? I mean, so many other careers out there. You could have maybe started a business up in something else.
Yeah, so like I said in the initial beginning of the podcast, that we've been in this tourism and travel industry for a very, very long time. My dad and and his brother formed a company, a tour travel company in Mombasa, and I grew up watching them. And whenever I used to meet up with a few uncles, friends, family, and they'd say, "Yeah, this is your lane. You should concentrate on this lane." And when I moved to Nairobi, I bumped into a lot of people, and they all said, "Yeah, you are Mawji's son. Yes, we know the family. So yeah, we will not hesitate to give you business." So wherever I went, for instance, I went once to Prime Bank, and the manager knew me, and he said, "Oh, you're Mawji's son. We need to go for a staff party. Can you give us a quotation for renting out a coaster?" So you see, one led to the other, and I got more confidence. I got more clientele.
So I want to go, I think something that a lot of maybe my generation and a few other generations ahead of me are saying is, when someone wants to go into a career, they also want to look at not only money, hours, they want to look at happiness. Are you happy as a sort of tourism company, as the owner of a tourism company? Are you happy with your job? Are you happy every day to wake up, to go, to work?
Yeah, I am, because this is a family heritage. I have to make sure the family name stays in the market. We still survive there, and we have a name. So in terms of happiness, yes, I enjoy traveling. I love discovering new places. Kenya has got so much to offer, and I don't think even there's need to go out. For instance, I have my friends. They say they were going to honeymoon to Maldives or Spain. Nothing against those countries, but it's just that if you're in Kenya, there's so much to discover. You see, if you want the beach, you can go to Watamu. You can go to Diani. In fact, South Coast was rated one of the top 10 beaches, in one of the top 10 beaches. You've got safari. If there's so much to discover, you want to do a hike, Kenya's got it. You want to go, like a desert safari. There's everything that Kenya's got to offer.
So I think whoever is coming into Kenya next, if you want to go a whole, I think country safari, you know who to contact. You can
Indeed,
find him on Instagram at R12 Africa.
correct. That's my Instagram handle.
Yeah. So I want to look at, your day-to-day life. What makes you, what's your, you're working a 9 to 5. What's your day like? From when you wake up to what, by the time you get home, what do you do in that, couple of hours at work? What does your job look like?
I start my day off with prayers. Obviously, in the morning, I try to get up. I believe strongly in Robin Sharma's 5 a.m. clock. I try to get up at 5 a.m. Get my prayer in, and then go to the gym to keep my mind set, and come back home, freshen up, and I'm back at the office. When I'm at the office, I try to see what I've got to achieve, what I've got to conquer. And the day gets really busy because there's so much to be doing. And in our what we offer is not only safaris, we also do car hire, we do airport transfers, we do safaris. So there's always something or the other happening. You have to make sure the logistics are in place, the cars are checked, the drivers are well conversed with the routes they are going to be taking. Pager boards have to be printed, so there's a lot of things happening. And it with this tourism industry also, it's very demanding. You've got to make sure that you are ahead of the game. So when you've got an airport transfer tomorrow, you have to be prepared, to make sure that everything is set in line, so for the client not to get any inconvenience.
So, we were talking about factors, just a couple of minutes ago about happiness and all. Another factor I believe that many people look at when getting into a career is money. Some people might get into a career just for the money. Some people might get into it for passion and then, find the money dragging with them. So, on average, as a tourism company, what's the pay like?
This is something where you can't set a bar or a label that okay, I'm going to get this much amount of money. You see, it all depends on one, season; two, how aggressive you are; three, what agents you have; four, how's your marketing. There's a lot of factors involved to it. Who do you depend on? So I can't put a set amount that okay, you're going to make $1 million every month, and so this is the industry to go into. I think every industry has its plus and minus. So it again depends on uh, what you concentrate on. So if you're going to concentrate only on um, car hire, you're going to only concentrate on airport transfers, or you're going to do safaris only. So that's a different way to look at it. And you can say, okay, this is what you're looking at. But for us, we're doing a lot of things in the transport industry, like I mentioned, safaris, airport transfers, car hire, and so forth. So there's no set amount.
Okay. So, I think I want to move into a bit of the future here. I mean,
Okay,
a couple of AI has grown, a
right.
lot over the past couple of years.
Yes.
What's your view on it? Are you pro AI? Are you not AI?
You want to elaborate how? What do you mean by AI
So
in our
artificial
sector?
intelligence,
Yes, I understand artificial.
ChatGPT, yeah. So do you believe in it? Do you think that it's a good tool, a bad tool?
Oh, I absolutely. Personally, if you tell me AI has been the best thing that has ever happened, I'm trying to be very optimistic and positive about it. It's made things easier, even when you have got your speeches to make, your presentations. You want to make things easier. But the only drawback is I understand that the world is having a challenge is with the school children. If they're going to do their homework, are they going to use their thinking capacity to actually compile a composition? Because I understand with the AI, all you need to do is just type in your composition topic, and and your entire composition is done for you. So that's another topic of discussion with with the parents and teachers, and how it's going to influence. But in terms of AI, yes, I think it's made life easier. You want to find out something, if you want to achieve a goal, you just go on to AI and ask. Yeah, like I said, everything has its pros and cons. But yeah, I think AI has done wonders, and it's high time we moved on. We take advantage of technology because I believe in technology as well.
I mean, it's a good view. I mean, it's going to take over the world. We need to embrace it.
Yes, yes, it has its pros and cons, and if it's controlled well or managed well, I think it's a beautiful thing. And I understand everybody's still, taking AI further and further, trying to discover. But all in all, I think, yeah, it's a good thing that's been out there.
I think personally, I believe that everything has its pros and cons.
Correct,
Once you take
correct.
it out of a certain limit, you can
Yes,
reach the cons. So,
indeed.
speaking of AI, do you fear that, someone in the future can start up a business or a tourism agency completely with AI?
Yeah, it's possible. You can use AI for tourism industry. You can AI is such an amazing tool. Like I said, that it can do wonders for you. Anything you want to do related to the tourism, say you want to find out where's the best destination, what to pack for yourself when you're going for a tour or for a holiday. So yeah, I mean it's amazing. Even if you want to start up uh, not only a tourism business, any business, just go on to AI and ask AI that I need to start this. What are the prerequisites? What do I have to do? So yes, I feel AI is wonderful.
Do you fear that AI could maybe take over your job in maybe not the near future, but sometime in the future? Do you fear that maybe there'll be R12 Africa, but Rizwan Mawji will be sitting at home, and AI will be doing all the work?
That would be fantastic if you got to see it from a positive point of view. You don't have to do much of work. That gives me more time to go to the gym, to work out, enjoy the leisure time as well. So, yeah, I mean, if it can do all my itineraries, it can do all my filing and all my accounting and all my speeches to the drivers and stuff, and like, why not? So, yeah, like I said, I believe in technology and I embrace it wholeheartedly. In fact, I love technology. So yeah, let's see what AI can take us up to.
So I want to move a bit back into the present. Right now you're maybe one of you're a very known tourism agency in Nairobi. Is the career competitive? Do you see that your competitors, are they growing? Are they decreasing?
I think competitors, you have to look at it with a different eye, with a different point. I try not to look at it as competitors. I work with a lot of tour operators, and we have a pool. So at times, they may not have enough cars. They may need to subcontract, so they would come to us, and we would give them out. Or I may not have enough cars. I need to subcontract. So I try and work out in terms of trying to see them as competing as number of clientele or number of sales. I think that depends on you and your organization, how you do your sales, what you have to offer, what lengths you go out to. So I also believe that every tour operator has something different to offer. And like I said, this the tourism industry is so vast that you could be, say, concentrating, say, selling only Watamu because of the beach. So you target clients selling only Watamu beach. So you would have maybe selling safaris only, or maybe you want to sell Masai Mara only. You don't want to sell the other national parks. Or you want to do airport transfers only, you want to do car hire. So again, it depends on each and every individual who owns their touring company.
So let's say someone that is maybe 18, 19 wants to start up their business in the tourism agency. Do you think they'll find it sort of tough to get into it?
I'll say something, Rehan. What I would give an advice is that before anybody starts any business, I would highly recommend is go out there and get a job first, work in that industry. First, understand that industry. Is this industry right for you? Are you willing to go that extra mile? See what are the requirements for that industry. Then make up your mind. Just don't jump into a business, opening a business. Oh, okay, I'm quite fascinated with this travel industry, and I love traveling, so I'm going to open a travel industry. It doesn't work like that. You need to find out. Then you go and open your business. A lot of um, factors are involved in this. For instance, the financial capability. Are you strong enough? You may get a scenario where you get clients walking in and say, okay, I want to purchase tickets to go to Hollywood. Can you offer me a package? And say the package is $10,000, hypothetically speaking. Do you have the financial capability to pay the $10,000 upfront whilst your client is organizing or sending you the payment? Are you going to brush off all your clients that no, no, I need the money first? So these are the factors you need to consider. You need to have the knowledge, which is very important. You need to know what you're selling. You need to have the experience. You need to have been traveled. You need to have understanding what are the requirements. You need to understand the travel industry itself. So I would say don't rush. You never know. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, and maybe there's something else better in store for you. I'm not discouraging, or I'm not, I'm just trying to highlight that it's very, very essential to learn what you want to enter first, not to rush.
Interesting. I mean, normally some people have their mind set on something, they want to do it, and then, they find out that, maybe it's not for them.
Yeah, it's fine if you want to do it, but I would just say don't rush into it. You just need to make sure that you know it well. Don't plunge in fast, especially now with with this day and age. Everything is working differently. Before, you see, with the tourism and travel industry, you would literally have a shop. You would like, oh, I know that corner shop, the travel shop. You would go there, you'd walk into that, you'd pay hard cash, book your safari. No, those days are gone. So every time there is a change. That's why I said it's very important to understand the industry you're going. Not necessarily the tourism travel industry, any industry, for anyone who is watching and wants to learn or is embarking into a career time. Take your time. First, go work, get get a job, understand the industry. You may discover that, wow, traveling is it's just too chaotic, or it's too demanding, or wow, it's fun, it's interesting, I'm in for it. So yeah, you need to be very careful.
So you, as a maybe tourism agent or tourism company, would you maybe in the next 20 years, would we still find you running R12 Africa?
I'm going to try and make sure that I can run it by myself as much as I can because of the heritage name. So that's very important. Yeah, and I do want to make sure that we stay in the market and we are always there. But in terms of managing, it depends again. Like you said, you offered me AI, so let's see what AI has got to offer us. Yeah, we would love to stay in the market and continue supplying all our current existing client, many options and travel packages which are still out there. I have many clientele who still want to go out to different places. So I don't think, yeah, I would want to take a back seat.
Do you think maybe, for younger generations that maybe, have had experience, maybe have gone, gotten a job, found that tourism is for them? Do you think there's space in, the tourism field or the tourism group? Do you think there's space for more people to come and enter the field?
So tourism is very vast. You could, in tourism, you could be a tour operator, you could be a tour leader. You see, for instance, you could be set, for example, in Malindi, which is the northern side of Mombasa. And if whenever you've got clients, you want to send them out to there, so the agents would look for you, and you would then take the clientele and show them what Malindi has got to offer. You make sure that they are welcomed well, their accommodation is there, and you make sure that their stay is entertaining. You have entertainment ready for them, and so forth. Again, and then you could be a tour driver guide, so you would be driving your tourists. So there are a lot of fields, sub-fields under the tourism industry. You could be even a chef for the in a hotel that entertains all tourists. So you want to make sure that every time you have a different cuisine for them. Times maybe you have, say, Chinese clients who come in. So you got to make sure something that is, you have the Chinese delicacy ready or the Indian delicacy ready. So there's a lot of fields in the tourism industry that you can look into. You know,
So generally, let's look at, the whole tourism industry. Do you think there's still space for people to join in, as chefs, tour guides? Do you think there's still space for people to come in and be part?
yeah, every industry has got a lot of space. It depends on how you look at it. Yes, there is a lot of opportunity not only here in Kenya, even outside Kenya. Mm, and it depends on how you look at it. You want to, like I said initially, whether you want to provide car hire, you want to provide safaris, you want to be an inbound agent, you want to be an outbound agent, you want to be a tour leader, you want to be a driver guide. um, there's a lot of job vacancy in a lot of job departments. There's a lot of vacancy. I would say it depends now where you want to fit yourself into. Like I said, first, explore and then jump into it.
So I think the final question that we would have today is, what's one piece of advice you would give someone thinking about entering the tourism industry?
Wow, I think I almost gave it in the beginning or sometime in between. Like I said, just don't rush to get into the tourism industry. First, you explore it, and then you get into it. You must enjoy your field. So, if you're going to get into the tourism industry, make sure that you learn the industry well. And when you're selling it, sell it passionately. So, and make sure that you do not compromise on your quality. So, say if you're going to say that I'm going to give you a package worth $200, state clearly what you're going to offer and make sure that you give it in. And don't get carried away, with your competitors. Just focus on what you want to do, and yeah, the growth is up to you how aggressive you are, or if you want to partner up with somebody. It's entirely up to you. So yeah, just be focused and make sure you know what you're doing.
All right, thank you, Rizwan, for coming on here. You can check him out on Instagram at R12Africa. He also has a YouTube channel, Rizwan Mawji, so you can also check him out there on all his trips. And if you are planning a trip to Kenya, then do check him out. And yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Any last words?
I would like to say once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity for coming on your podcast, and I'm wishing you all the best. And if any of these clients or friends of yours that are watching and would like to come in for safari or airport transfer or car hire, please give me a shout, and we'll make sure that you're well taken care of.
So yeah, thank you very much. Do check out our Instagram page and YouTube. Please do give us a follow and subscribe to us. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed and you could pick up something from this. Once again, thank you, Rizwan. And from me and Rizwan, we're out.